Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be your guide on how to use Lobo. His back walk's pretty slow, his forward walk's a little faster, but still slow. His back dash is decent, it just has a lot of recovery frames, but his forward dash is cracked. His jump speed's pretty average, so he doesn't have too floaty of a jump, but it's not the fastest either. So overall his mobility is okay. Now onto some normals. His stand 1 starts up at 7 frames, so that's pretty fast, and it has okay reach. His stand 2, one of the best in the game, 12 frames startup, and it's one of the best in the game because it leads to his tick throw, and also has an overhead attached to it that he can mix up with low shotgun. More on that later in the video. His stand 3 is also really good, hits mid. I think it said it was -9 on the frame data, and starts at, or it reaches at the start of the match distance, so that's pretty good. One of his farthest reaching normals, and you'll be using that a lot in footsies. His down 1 is 6 frames and only -1 on block, so that's really good, and it does have pretty decent reach, especially since he has like that hook in his hand that adds a little bit of reach to it. And he does get down 1 combos, and more on that later in the video. His down 2, it's a really good anti-air and it's pretty fast, and you recover really fast on hit from it, so the conversions are pretty easy off of it, and it is also one of his tick throws. More on that later in the video. His back 1, this is one of his other far-reaching attacks after stand 3. His back 1 also has a follow-up in back 1 2. It's +4 on block, and if you press 1+3 after back 1 2, it'll do a follow-up that only lands on hit. This is Lobo's down 2 in action. It's a reliable anti-air, and the second you land down 2, you can almost always land back 3, it seems. And his jump 1, it's a pretty good jump in. It's really good air-to-air, and it starts up at 5 frames, I believe. Now onto his other air attack. It's actually a air special called Party Crasher, and it's a hard knockdown on hit, but it's only a hard knockdown on a grounded opponent, not a juggled opponent, unfortunately. And on block, if you do it super low to the ground, it's safe. It's like -5, I think. And his throw range is okay. Doesn't have the most reach, but it's not as short as some other characters, and it also gets a damage boost with his trait. Now onto some strings. 113, it's special cancelable, so you can cancel into specials like command grab to launch off of it. And on block, it's +6 with a backdash gap, but it does have a whiffing issue on the second hit sometimes if you're too far away. Back 1 2, as I showed earlier, it only comes out on hit if you do the third follow-up string to it, the 1+3 part, but on block, back 1 2 is +4. And then 2-1, it's -12 on block, but has the overhead. 1-1-2 is a good option to use when you try to condition your opponent from backdashing your 1-1-3, and it jails into the overhead chain. And this is just a cool little corner combo you can do. Now onto some special moves. His air grab, it's not as good as like Doomsday's or Solomon Grundy's. It's on the slower side, has a smaller hitbox, and it's a lot less lenient, unfortunately, so I would use down 2 for anti-airs. His space hook, down back 2, it's honestly not the most useful special. It gets damage boosted by the trait though, and if you meter burn it, it does more damage. And you can actually do your command grab on Oki, but if you do the backwards throw, it's not nowhere near as advantageous on hit. Really weird oversight, but cool moves. And low space hook, it has a lot of reach, and it's 20 frames. I would say it's reactable, but it's really hard. I would say it's semi-reactable. Still a really good move just for punishing things that are far away, and it's just a good low option overall. Lobo has a projectile with his shotgun. I'm going to be showing off his trait as well. And where Lobo is positioned in these clips, he's about the max distance that these projectiles will reach. So the green shells, they improve damage on hit and on block, and they improve the distance that they land at. So these are really good for punishing moves like from the deep, black magic if you have the nuclear shells. And he also has a mid shot, and I want to say the mid shot like reaches literally a micro step farther than the straight shot or the high shot. On block it has decent pushback and a bit of more chip damage with the nuclear shells. And if you do the low shot, it can be a launcher with the nuclear shells, and you can pair that with his overheads. And depending on where you land the low shot, you may be able to convert off of it. From really far away you can't, but most distances you can land an overhead chain convert. And yeah, this makes his mix-ups game really strong. He already has an overhead low special with the overhead chain, the low chain, and the low shotgun on top of his command grab. So really strong mix-up game overall. And the shotgun just having a almost full screen presence is really good. His overhead charge, one of the best moves he has. It's a 13 frame overhead, minus 10 on block. And on meter burn, it's plus 3 on block, so you can use it as a nice pressure tool and like condition your opponent. And it has 2 hits of armor, so it's also a pretty decent way to get in sometimes. Now for the part you've all been waiting for, Lobo's command grab. His best move and like his main tool like in his entire game plan. So overhead charge is one of his best moves paired with this command grab, because if you guys seen the Killer Frost video, just like Killer Frost and other command grab characters, if you have a hard knockdown, you can Oki command grab and force your opponent to either wake up or just take the command grab. And these are all of the tick throws Lobo has. He literally has 7 tick throws. These are all the listed moves and normals you can do, or normals and strings you could do to tick throw off of, along with back 2 up 1. So these are some knockdowns you can do to enforce the 50-50 grab mind game. The meter burn down back 2 is plus enough to guarantee a command grab on Oki. But if you do the backwards throw, like I said earlier, it's less advantageous, so you can't do it off the backwards throw. And this string, that's the only use it has, is just for style points. But with the nuclear shells, it's a hard knockdown, you can do the command grab. And then Lobo can do down one interactable bounce, so that's really helpful. He's one of the many characters that can. He's a heavy interactable user, not too surprising. Dude's jacked as fuck. And he can also get some Oki command grab setups off some interactables. So that's really nice too if you got the right stage and interactables in your disposal. Now his super move, it's an overhead and reaches pretty far. And it does have some decent anti-air potential. Lots of pushback on block. So it's a pretty decent super move. It's pretty funny too. Gives you the bird. And they were really like keen to detail, or really good attention to detail when designing him, because his trait, his shotgun shells or nuclear shells, they go into effect during his super move. Props to NRS for literally being on track with all the shotgun moves. And overall, Lobo's a pretty good character. Like an A tier character, I would say. I would say he's like number 10 in the game, or damn near number 10. It's pretty debatable. He just really struggles against characters with lots of wake-up options, because it makes it harder for him to enforce his Oki mind games with his command grab. But yeah, he's a really fun character, has a really strong mix and pretty good forward dash mobility, so he's still scary despite not being an S tier character. And as always, here's some modern day footage of Lobo.
Time to liven up the joint!
Got myself Shotgun loaded, I'm full up and I'm about to explode. Got my hammer held down and I'm Texas bound. My fire hands are in just to fight. Every lady's crazy when her daddy's not around. Wanna drink, dance, party all night. She's gonna drink, dance, party all night. Keep her rolling, it's alright. Keep her riding, the midnight ride. Ride so ride, ride so ride, it's a midnight.
Salt always.
Salt always.